Hey everyone, it's Ev1dentFir3's. I just want to show you today my hangar bay here. It's one of the sweet things that's going to be in Star Citizens is everyone's going to have their ability to have their own personal hangar bay. This here is one of the little pads you can use to access different parts of space stations currently right now, how they're testing the servers. It's really not important because later I'm not sure how they're going to use that with it being an open world galaxy. So I won't go into detail about that. This specific hangar is called the Auroview hangar. It's one of the more classy hangars. It's like the tier 2 hangar. It's a step above the one that you start out with, and I personally love it. I fell in love with it just looking at it on the website, so I had to get it. The first hangar is really gloomy. It's really depressing. It's kind of like a warehouse. It doesn't really have much to show for it. A little bit about warehouses. They're configurable on the website underneath your hangar section of your profile. Every hangar has a left side, a right side, a center, and then a outer and an inner on the left as well. Now the thing is though, you can only see them if you've configured your hangar up properly. So for instance, the only reason I can even see the left and right side is because I put ships on the left and right side, and so they're assigned to that specific hangar bay. If I would have taken one of those ships and put them on, say, the left outer bay, then you would see not only that platform, but one more past it, and the walls would expand out past that. And so ideally you can have, there's 3 different sizes of ships. You got one that takes up a single slot, and you can fit 3 single slots on one bay. And then you have ships that take up 2 slots, so you can fit one of those plus 1 single slot ship in one bay. Or the larger ships, they take up 3 slots, and those would cover the whole thing. And then there are some ships, I think capital ships, that I'm not even sure if you're going to be able to park in here, if you're going to have to get a special hangar just for it, or how those are going to work later. But currently it's just the 3 sizes of ship, and you can only fit a certain amount in your hangar bay. There's some pretty cool things you can do around your hangar bay. You have holodecks where you can come over and you can use them to customize your ships, and you can drag the ship you want to customize over here. You can head over to weapons. You can change its weapons up if you want to, and so you can see I could like take off that gun, put on this gun, and that's how you configure your ships. And you got your ammo, power plant, shields, thrusters, and all the way to the other side you have paints. So it looks like they're going to give you a lot of stuff that you're going to be able to configure on your ships, and I am super excited about that. Over here you got your electronic access. It's kind of like a virtual simulator is the way that they kind of wanted to incorporate it. So you hop in there, and then you'll be able to access all the electronic access features. Right now you can also access them just from the main menu. You'll see it there as well. And so you can come in. This is actually one of the ways where you earn your in-game money through the Spectrum matches, and so you can play with other people and dogfights and things like that. And it's really fun. And that's what you do is you win those matches, you earn some money, and you use the money to either rent new ships or buy upgrades that you can apply on the holodeck that I showed you over there to upgrade your current ships. You got a clothing station here that you can change your outfits, and so right now they give the option between marine or outlaw, and you got light, medium, and heavy armor for all of those. All of them look pretty neat. Personally, I like the red and black of the outlaw. It kind of goes with one of my ships that I'm going to show you here in just a second. So that's pretty cool too. We also got like some different props. If you're a subscriber to the game, you get a new prop every month. I'm not a subscriber. This is actually by default in here, and it's not much. It doesn't do anything. I don't know if they're gonna do something with it later or not, but that's pretty much all it does. It's like a little gear table. It has some boots, some pads, some gloves. Looks like maybe a gun hoist or something. And you got like a little empty trophy case here. When I first saw it, I thought it was a fish tank, and then you can kind of barely see the shelves in there. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll show you one of my ships too. This one is called the Avenger Titan, and so this is a fighter slash personal transport slash cargo ship. You can see in the back here that I got cargo nets. There's actually 3 different versions of this ship. There's this one, which is called the Titan, which is the cargo version of it. Then you have one that's called the Stalker, and that one replaces these cargo nets with cryo chambers that you can hold your prisoners in, because it's designed for bounty hunting. And so that one's pretty cool. And then you have one, which I can't remember what it's called, but it's like the top tier of the ship, and it has an EMP module. And so with the EMP module, it replaces that entire chamber and this chamber here. And this chamber here has a bed, which you can use. Like I said, it's a personal transport. And so with the bed, you can actually sleep in it, and you can log out, and you'll be saved in that spot, and your ship will be, you know, in the universe, and you'll log back in where you logged off, instead of having to return to your hangar and log out there. So with the EMP module, you know, that is not on this ship at all. And so for the first two versions of the ship, you can access your pilot seat by coming through the back of it, just like we did here. The EMP module, though, you have to actually get in from the outside. The glass will pop up like any fighter jet would, and you would hop in that way. So unfortunately, we're in our hangar, and so far they haven't added the ability to fly out of your hangar and go into the open universe yet. So all you can do is kind of log, pretend to make some space sounds, and pretend like you're flying. That is the Avenger Titan. And when you're inside a ship, it's a pretty good idea to stay in first person, because as you can see, it kind of screws with your graphics a little bit. This is not what you want to happen when you're recording a video. Hey, let's see if I can just glitch out. There you go. So that's kind of one of the little bugs that they're working out. Like I said, the game is still in alpha. So sometimes when you're in third person, it just glitches out completely. And that happens. And it's really bad when that happens and you're in the middle of open space going 1,000 meters per second. And you hop out and your ship just disappears. So you got to be really careful. I recommend staying in first person in your ship when it's a ship with a cabin like that. This here is one of my limited edition ships. It's my only limited edition ship. It is the Mustang Omega, and sponsored by AMD. And so that's kind of like the whole design behind it. It's one of those ships that you really can't get anymore unless you get it on eBay or something. And they're never going to release it for sale again. So I saw it, I got it when I could, just for that simple fact alone. And it's really nice. It's a super fast, agile ship. It's one of those ones that's kind of hard to control. And because of that, it makes it also easy to dodge. And it's designed to be a quick point A to point B racing ship. And it has simple jump capabilities, and that's about it. You can't really go through the wormholes with this one. This one is designed to be docked in a capital ship or inside of another ship for that kind of transit. You can see this one has just your basic laser cannons on it. The other one over there, which I forgot to talk about, the Avenger, has not only a gimbal mounted Gatling gun on the front, but it has 2 high-speed laser repeaters and 2 rocket launchers as well. And that's one of the things I like about the Avenger, is it's so versatile a ship. You can you can upgrade it almost any way you want. The gimbal mounts are completely optional. You can put a fixed laser on it if you want to, or a fixed machine gun. And with that, that's like a tier 1 mount on the front. The rockets are tier 2 mounts, and there's 2 of them on either wing, and then you got tier 3 mounts on the outside of each wing. So that's up to 5 offensive weapon mounts that you can have there, all of your levels. So like I said, that one is highly versatile compared to the other one. And there's also an upper level here too. I haven't really looked around up there that much because there's really nothing you can do. But there's the elevator here, and you can hop in, which I believe the elevator is upstairs at the moment, so we would have to wait for it. But you can hop in and you can go and walk around the catwalk and show off your ship and things like that. So that is pretty much my hangar, my ships. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we are starting a corporation. If you guys are interested, it's called Firestar Corporations. We're going to be a corporation mainly focused on exploration and resource mining. and we're hoping to, you know, discover a few star systems, a few planets, a few jump points, name them after our corporation, after our, you know, awesome members. So we're looking forward to doing some recruiting. If you guys are interested, you can look us up on the organization page of the Robert Space Industries, and that is pretty neat. Some movable displays here. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a good one.